New York steak with poblano mashed potatoes, fresh asparagus, and some garlic bread.
Dang.
All right. And
Oh
then
my
we've
gosh.
got our king crab pasta with asparagus, fresh vegetables.
Oh my goodness.
So we are at Mango's Grill in honor of Restaurant Week, which is coming up at the end of this month. We have got a lot of foods that we've never tried before. Mike over here is like a huge fan. Oh, you're just bringing them all at the same time.
Lobster keto.
Oh my
You
goodness.
just get this camera and be like, get up in there.
Get in there.
Nom, 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 nom,
Get in there.
nom. What was this one she said? Oh, this looks
lobster
so
keto.
flipping good. It
Keto
smells
friendly
okay.
for all
Keto
those on a
friendly,
diet.
not super oily too, which I've heard.
Yes, that's my favorite thing about the food here is
Oh, I just need to keep it because okay. Let's just get some forks and we'll go for it. Yes.
forks,
Sorry,
we got
sorry,
napkins.
because you don't want to see
Bring you
that.
something to drink? Glass of wine, anybody?
Well, why not? What goes good with this? Ooh, it's cheesy too. So I don't know which one this is, but
you're gonna need a napkin.
thank
Maybe
you,
two.
sir. Thank
Maybe
you,
two.
sir.
I see some things happening over there.
Oh man.
I'm gonna start on this guy. Yeah.
So it's pasta and it's cheesy,
And it's got some king crab. So I'm gonna go ahead and steal a chunk of that real quick.
as you should.
Oh.
So fresh. So Chef Ron,
Yes.
come on over here.
Come eat.
Come eat. Yes. Come eat and tell us.
It's all for you. It's all for you.
What inspired you to open Mango's?
To create a little more up-to-date, business model. In the restaurant industry, there's many economic challenges. I'm sure everybody knows out there. But I wanted to design a business model that helps solve a lot of problems, financially wise. We have a few different modules going on. We do a lot of small party catering through the week, and we can do large outdoor catering events for up to 500 on the weddings. Like we have several weddings scheduled for the summertime. So our kitchen area
Thank you.
and food production area is twice the size of the front. So our dining room, we keep it good vibe, nice and lively, want it comfortable and upbeat. And then that's kind of the showcase for what Mango's is about.
Okay.
So we're much larger than, say, just a restaurant. We want to be more involved in the community. So with these factors going on of a lot of takeout, order online, delivery services, catering, all that stuff, it keeps us financially viable that we don't have to gouge the customer when you come in the door.
Right.
So we've got some great flavors. We have healthy ingredients. Should have a pretty good selection, so you can come in any
Yeah.
day of the week and find something that you like.
Okay.
Oh my.
Whether it's a spicy burger.
Good job.
And you're right, because you were saying that this is not oily. This is so light
Yeah.
for what it is, because it should be heavy and like dense, and it is like.
No, and then for Restaurant Week, we're going to do lobster keto style. We have a huge keto clientele, and want to make sure that we have something to offer for them.
So what does lobster keto? What does that look like?
Like
So,
that.
so we have low carb. We have low carb vegetables.
Get you up in there.
We have low carb vegetables, pan seared. We have a little cabbage wedge on the side, and of course lobster. There's no carbs in lobster, right?
Right.
Or the
There's
butter.
no calories in lobster either. Probably should. I'll use the knife.
I'll help
Not
you
be
out.
Like a wild animal over here. Thank you.
I've always wondered because I'm a regular here. I like to think. What is your personal favorite dish on the menu? If you had to pick one, are you able to do that?
No. It's my job to never be happy with
Right.
the menu.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. That's true.
We're trying to create a brand that we can do 1,000 things under the Mango's brand. So
Yeah.
we should have a fresh menu coming on board here in a few weeks. At the same time, we're getting busier and busier. So it's a fine juggle. I'm partial to these. I'm partial to these two dishes because it takes some of the flavors that we want to present and brings them into more of a dinner time, some more dinner time options. So
Yeah.
we have a full selection of alcohol. The the wines, beers, some cocktails, and I'll let Peggy here explain some of those here in a bit.
Yes, please.
Because your cocktail program is fairly new for you guys, right?
Correct.
When did you bring that on
So
board?
it's been running that about 4 months now.
Awesome.
So
There's lots of pepper, but delicious.
very simple.
Very
So
simple,
we use
yeah.
good oils, we use good poppin' spices and herbs, and not in complicated mixes. Everything's 1, 2, 3. We're very technique driven. So we have a good culinary team, and the techniques is how we get the flavors. I don't have 5 cheeses in the pasta. There's 2. There's 2.
It's super cheesy.
So it's just some nice cream, 2 cheeses, a little garlic butter, and simple stuff.
All the pepper on there is so good. Just
Have
bounces
you
so
had that
well.
before?
You gave me a little taste of it before.
Okay.
I love it. Perfectly cooked too, Chef.
Yeah,
Perfectly cooked.
we set some pans on fire and that gives us a good sear. So
Yeah.
I actually, through all the years of working in restaurants, I think sometimes a broiler can dry out steaks a little bit. So with this New York, it's cut really nice and not much fat or leftovers on there. So we get a nice crust all the way around, and goes good with the
obsessed
poblano
with this
mashed potatoes.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. You guys have anything that you can give us some? I'm sliding this over. I'm sliding this over. I'm
Good.
slide that over
Okay.
there for you.
I don't even like not going out for lunch.
We didn't
So now
eat today.
restaurant, now restaurant week, I was talking to Sarah a bit.
Yes, tell them.
And I was really impressed with last year that I'd say 20 to 30% of the people that came in as patrons for Restaurant Week were from out of town.
That's so crazy.
And that's good for the whole community.
Oh,
They're
absolutely.
coming over for the weekend.
What a
We
fun
saw-
thing to do
Yeah,
for
we
a
saw a lot
weekend.
of locals and some regulars come in through the weeknights.
Mm-hmm.
A better turnout than we expected. And then a lot of people from out of town came over just for the weekend. The weather was getting nicer and they wanted some sunshine and what have you.
Well, and that's what we love about Restaurant Week, right? You hear Matt Ullman constantly talk about we grow everybody's beer and wine, and that's what we're known for. But for some reason, we're not getting the attention we deserve on our food scene, and our food scene is legitimate. And if we
It's
can start
poppin'.
bringing people over from the west side for the beer and wine, and then all of a sudden they go, "Oh man, Mango's is killing it," or
In
somebody else killing it.
Yakima.
Yeah, like that's fantastic. That's what it's all
It's getting
about.
better. There's it's getting better. Yakima's doing well. There's a lot of people in town doing some really cool stuff.
Well, you're at the forefront of that, Chef, and we appreciate it. Thanks
We
for
do.
stuffing my belly.
Yes.
We try every day. Yeah, you don't have to worry about where you're gonna go for lunch.
So you are open for lunch and dinner. Okay.
Correct. And during Restaurant Week, we're gonna stay open later. So we're gonna push our hours up to 8 and 9 o'clock accordingly.
Nice.
Through the week. And we'll have a few more featured items. We're gonna do a couple lighter items to hit all price ranges. So the 15, the 25, and 35.
Oh, awesome. You're gonna hit
We'll
all
all
three.
be covered.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Love
So
it.
we'll probably have a 5-6 item menu. And make that really nice and some match up some cocktails.
Nice.
Peggy will explain some of our favorite cocktails.
Yes.
But now, I think one of the main reasons we're doing this video is for other restaurateurs, correct? Mm-hmm. And people that want to get involved, not just know it. I was talking to Sarah earlier, and I know Michael and I have talked about this, and all of us foodies and chefies in the kitchen like to act like we're everything else, but hey, we're human, and we don't want to screw up.
Right.
We want to do good stuff. We keep everybody happy, and all I can do is encourage people is do what you know.
Yeah.
Do what you know. If you make great fry bread down in Toppenish, make the best fry bread taco ever. If you're doing steaks up the road, just keep hammering on that, maybe tweak it a little bit.
Right.
Never get a little apprehensive that maybe we don't have the right place or the right menu mix to be involved in Restaurant Week, because that's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's about if I got a taco warmer on the back of my bicycle, they're going to be bomb tacos.
If you're already serving people, why not be
we
a part of
we
it?
have some nice food, but we have to keep it under control too. We don't have a great big restaurant. I don't have fireplaces and tall ceilings, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're going to do the best that Mango's does.
Yeah.
And let people know about our brand. In the future, it's going to be more than one Mango's. We're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5 Mango's within the
Ooh.
509 area.
I love it.
Okay.
So,
I
So
love
they
it.
need to check you out while you're still in one spot before you're just all over the place.
and we'll take it slow. We'll take it
Yeah,
slow.
switch.
Everything's got to be really locked in for our systems. And
I like your style.
and I think the company we're creating with the core values in place will ensure that every Mango's is just like this one. So,
Well, and then I love it too, because we were talking about how Restaurant Week, like you guys have to put in to be a part of it, but that money is going to Urban Kitchen, which is like, that's huge.
Training the next wave of chefs to keep us full, right? I love that. You just said something too, Chef, that I think you're hitting the nail on the head here at Mango's is just play to your strengths, right? Like, don't try and overcomplicate it. Just do what you do best and continue to do that. And I think you're doing that top shelf, my friend.
well, I am very blessed to have a great crew. So we screen our applicants really, really stringently. And so we don't, part of our business model is we will never hire staff for the back of the house, culinary production or anything like that unless they truly want to be in the culinary business. So
Okay.
they get to work in an establishment that the way we teach, the way we handle our food, prepare our foods, all that is just like they would learn in a culinary school. So if they want to work here for, say, 6 months or a year, preferably about a year, and they want to go on to school, we'll coach them and help facilitate that. And they can go out and get that degree and maybe come back for a bit, or, you know,
Run
I'll
one of your new
always be
ones,
their
right.
chef. We'll always stay in touch and guide them through their career. As part of the American Culinary Federation, it's also my job as a senior chef and others to coach them. I know our neighbors downstairs are doing the same thing, involved with the Urban Kitchen and
That's right,
always
they're right below
looking
you now.
to kind of
Crazy.
guide and mentor those young people because we don't want them to burn out
Right.
or get discouraged. We want them to try and help them find a good career path.
Because
to
it's scary
achieve
when you're trying to
success.
figure out what you want to do. So the fact that you're willing to put yourself out there, that's really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, you're basically running an urban kitchen of your own, and
You
to
are.
an extent of the way
Show
that
me
you're
some,
hiring
see,
and,
take your
and
children.
training.
We have a staff of 8 right now, and that'll probably grow a little bit as their catering continues to grow. So the word's really starting to spread.
That's awesome. I know the catering is taking off so well for you. That's fantastic.
Last week we had
I see a stack of food over here.
we had
about
one
to go out
booked
the
for
door.
Monday, and then by Monday afternoon we had 9 more booked, and it's mainly for small workplace caterings. I just posted a video on our Facebook page last night when we did up across town. So, and within usually 24 hours notice, we can facilitate any type of catering event that's say under 100.
Right on.
So,
Do you kind of
say
have?
if somebody's caterer dropped the ball or something canceled, stuff happens out there.
Yeah.
It
You
does.
know,
You're willing
part
to
of us
pick up
having
that-
double the kitchen size and the dining room size is we have that powerhouse to be able to take care of things in an expedient manner and get it produced.
I like that.
Do you have a target in regards to your catering? Like, are you primarily trying to do weddings, or it sounds like what you're telling me is we'll do a small business luncheon, and then the next day we'll
Yeah,
hit a
we
we'll hit a
do-
wedding for 200.
We do, so we have it kind of tiered. People can order in and pick up trays to go if they have a group of, say, 8 people to 15, maybe 20 people. We're more than happy to go drop it off, especially if it's say a business meeting. Usually that's being facilitated by out-of-town speaker. They're trying to get to Yakima. They have enough stuff on their plate. They call us. We just take care of everything. So we email a menu proposal. They okay it. We process it. We deliver. We set up. Everything's there. Service utensils, plates, napkins. They don't have to worry about a thing. We'll do beverages if they want. Great.
That's awesome.
When we get to outdoor events, say company picnics, weddings and such, we prepare and stage our food here in Mango's, and then we have a full outdoor kitchen. So we have all the tables in and make it look like the whole production that it needs to be. Everything matching and sharp and shiny. And then we have our outdoor kitchen that finishes everything. If they're doing chicken skewers or grilled salmon or something like that, or the fresh veg dishes. And then we just run the whole show and clean up and
That's
take
awesome.
care of it. Yeah. So
Very fresh.
I think
Very
we have 7 weddings booked for this year, and we do have room for some more. So
Okay.
anybody out there listening,
FYI, if you need
if
it.
you're don't have a lot of confidence in what it looks like now, you give Mango's a call, and we can make you feel much better.
What would you say is a typical menu that people order for like your catering or your weddings?
A
the
lot of
go-to.
times, it was surprising to me. They like the flavors that we have on the menu. They want to.
They're familiar
And sometimes
with that.
we'll mix it up
You got good
because
stuff on the menu, though.
Because a
Chef.
lot of times you have a couple families,
Yeah.
and one side of the family wants more traditional food as far as American country style food. So we'll do maybe some of our pork ribs, mac and cheese,
Okay.
some salads, things like that. And then the other half of the menu, as you go down the line, will be coconut rice, Szechuan chicken skewers,
Yes.
maybe some our noodle toss, and things with those flavors. And it just makes a great mix, and everybody seems to love it. So
I love your coconut rice, by the way. For those not in the know, you get to choose bases here. You got coconut rice, plain rice, and the noodles, right? The yakisoba noodle. Am I correct in that?
Oh,
And then you can mix and match those. So
Okay.
like, I'm a go-to for the sesame chicken. It's killer. It's that
This is
good.
why I brought him, because he knows all
And
the
you
bits.
combo that with a little half coconut rice and a little half noodle base.
Oh, you're mixing it up
and
like
you're
that.
getting a little bit of
Okay.
everything. It's not bad.
And you can do that? You can.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, and we don't upcharge.
Obviously.
It's just then it's not keeping it fun. So
Yeah.
mangoes is about fun and good flavors and.
Whoop. No worries. He knocked over the camera. We're fine. We're totally fine.
This is not full of liquid. We didn't spill it.
That's very true.
Speaking of
Very, very
liquid,
true.
I'm going to have Peggy come out and
Yeah.
talk about a couple of our drinks.
Absolutely. Have her
Let's
do
do
that.
it.
So,
I love it.
While that's
Ladies,
happening, I'm
other
gonna
half
take
of our
the
business.
steak back.
We
You
wait
got
to
your
hear
knife,
without
you
her?
got that knife?
Oh, sure.
been a service professional in this business for a long time. She is absolutely one of the best.
Oh, thank you.
And probably the
Peggy.
best, yeah.
Hi.
Well,
And Peggy, I'm going to have to talk about some of the drinks that are the most popular. And then I'm going to bring out, would you both each like a mojito?
well, I can taste
Yes,
one, but I
please.
gotta go back to work, so I can't drink one.
Make one.
I
I'll
would
be
love
great on
to.
Mango martinis. Those are really
And a
good.
mojito.
Yeah.
Okay.
A mojito.
Because those are two drinks we're going to be doing for restaurants.
Awesome.
Okay,
Yeah,
So we
absolutely.
do a fresh,
We can at least
fresh
show
Take
how
them for the
pretty they
team.
are.
fresh
All
raspberry
right,
mojito
all
we
right.
do, and a mango.
Could I have you scoot a little
Give you
closer?
a second.
We want to
Look at
see your
that.
pretty face.
Yeah.
Before you start talking about the cocktails, I have to ask you, because they say behind every good man there's a better woman. How long have you known Chef Ron?
Gosh. I've known Chef probably almost 30 years.
Oh wow!
Okay.
And how long you been together?
We've been together, I've known Chef for, 23 years. We've been together 22.
Wow.
Right
There you
on.
go. Yes.
And have you always worked together?
No. We've worked together a lot. We first worked together at Sea Galley years
Oh,
ago.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, so he was a chef, and
he was a chef there.
Mm.
He was a bartender and server. And then
I think you guys were like secretly working on your dream.
pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
I love it.
Yeah. And then when I left Sea Galley, I went to Apple Tree.
Oh,
So I've
okay.
been at Apple Tree for almost a little over 20 years.
Oh wow!
And the chef, yeah, so Chef was at the casino for a while, and then he
Okay.
came to Apple Tree
Mhm.
for a couple of years, so we worked there together.
Oh, nice. So you guys
Yeah.
have been able to travel around together. and
Yes,
work. That's
yes.
fun.
So then.
And you obviously work well together, because not everybody can pull that
Oh,
off.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
No, we've had our share.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
does.
So actually, I do mangoes is my main, and then I do
Okay.
Apple Tree also still. So I'm still
Oh,
at Apple
wow.
Tree. So I do
You're a
both.
hot commodity when it comes to
Yeah.
bartending. I'm excited to try this. That'll be fun.
Definitely.
What's your favorite thing to eat here?
Oh my gosh.
I know.
I would say I love the steak. The Poblano
It
mashed
is
potatoes are
very
awesome, but I got veggie heaven. You can't beat that.
Veggie
So
heaven.
just loaded with your fresh vegetables.
Okay.
You know, then you get your choice of your base, the coconut rice, steamed rice, yakisoba noodles.
Mm-hmm.
You could always add the shrimp or the chicken, or you can add both, which people do that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay. And your favorite drink to make?
Probably the mango martini.
Okay.
Yeah.
Blended, or
No, we just.
is that wrong to have a blended martini?
The-
Or blended?
That reaction very much
I
said,
felt like-
said you had a terrible
Yeah.
question.
Because
Sarah.
I'm like blended all the time. Like, oh, I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, we don't blend. Well, we shake them really
Okay.
well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and we mash them.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Get
a
the
lot of
muddled
lime.
business and
Yeah.
all that. Okay. And what have you noticed that most people like to order with their meals here?
Drink wise.
Drink wise, probably some martinis, Cosmos. Cosmos are really well. Glass of wine. So yeah.
I think it's
we
awesome
like
that you guys have
martinis.
introduced that cocktail program. That's great.
Yeah. You know, it's nice because people don't overindulge in the alcohol here, and
Yeah.
so
You're just
it's
testing
good.
it out,
Yeah.
testing one, and that's okay.
They're here to have a drink with dinner, not just have drinks.
Right. This is not a bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
This thing is so deadly
Mhm.
good.
I think that's my favorite today.
I really
King
like,
crab? Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
the king crab
Oh,
with
yeah.
the noodles and that cheese and the sauce, and then I really like whatever this is.
Cabbage, the grilled cabbage.
I know. It's right on top of it. But yeah, the cabbage is really, really good. I like it all. It's really delicious.
Right.
Yeah. This one's awesome too. I've been fortunate enough to enjoy this one before, and I love this dish right here. And the steak is just cooked perfectly too, which is half the fun.
It is half the battle. Well, and to have it so light, because you were right. It's not oily. And usually at the bottom of the plate there would be a lot of oil. And,
Yeah.
and the veggies always take up that oil, so you can taste it, and it doesn't taste like that at all.
Well, and that's what I love here too. Like, I mean, with like the rice and the noodle base and all of that. I mean, when you go to some Asian restaurants, you leave and it's like just rocks sitting there, and I don't ever feel that
Well,
way
yeah,
here.
Right.
it's a lot of the MSG. We use no
Yeah.
MSG whatsoever, not in the building.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you're not a traditional Asian place. You guys are
No,
doing your own
absolutely.
thing and
Right,
putting your own
yeah,
twist
yeah.
on it. You also, if you haven't, well, you haven't tried, put on your to-do list the Bang Bang shrimp taco.
Oh,
Shrimp
yes.
tacos are.
Oh, yum.
It's got like a wasabi, like coleslaw underneath it,
Okay.
a little tempura fried shrimp, and a little
Yum.
tortilla. Killer.
What am I even doing? Where have I been?
Right?
It's like right up my
Yes,
alley.
we will see you.
Okay, yes, I will be back, for sure. Well, and then the downtown mile, were you guys involved in when the downtown mile was going on last year? Because it's coming back this year, so I don't know, I'm posting, so
I
I
think
thought
we
maybe
were
I'll
open, but I
wander
don't know,
over
I
here
don't think
and
we
eat
were
some.
involved in it.
What is that? You gotta
Yeah.
run a mile and then
Yeah.
eat food?
No, it's just,
Yeah.
you could before
You
and
could
after,
run a mile.
see how well.
Carbo
That's the
load before
real
you go run a mile?
Yeah. It's just, people from all over the world are coming to run a mile in Yakima.
Nice.
Really?
Wow.
It'll be the second year.
I'm not familiar with this.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yakima's downtown mile.
Why are people
Bring
coming
it
from
back
all
a
over the world
mile.
to run a mile?
They did it last year, and apparently some guy from, oh gosh, I'm sorry, I don't remember where it's from, but the guy broke the Washington State mile record.
So like
And they've got-
legitimate runners
Oh,
are coming,
legitimate
like guys that
runners
are runners.
Yeah, so the circuit that everybody's running on, now Yakima is part of this mile circuit.
Really?
hmm
Huh.
And there's, the prize money is like huge, so,
Wow.
yeah, the more you know. So after you run your mile, come to Maples.
There you go.
And you stuff yourself.
You and I will walk in the back of that group.
Right? You're doing great. You look fantastic.
Can I have the noodles now?
Right.
Yeah.
Can you feed me while I'm walking?
Okay, I'm gonna open. Well, you guys keep talking.
Yeah, fair enough. I see cocktails coming.
Oh, yeah, cocktails are coming.
I'm excited. I'm really glad I didn't eat anything before I got
Two of
here.
our most popular, we have a mango martini,
Beautiful.
and that, we have a lot of gluten-free dishes. We have
Yeah.
gluten-free teriyaki, which is more of a ginger soy. And so we use Tito's vodka in the martinis, that's gluten-free. We can be a destination place, and I'm surprised how many people are so loyal and thankful, and they have just the best compliments. I mean, we've got the greatest customers everywhere. And then over here we have a pomegranate mojito.
Oh, that looks
I'm gonna try
delicious.
this one, yeah? Here, this will be your straw.
Fair. I like it.
Oh, that is good.
I
Mm.
love pomegranate.
You can, it's definitely really fresh. Really fresh.
All the mint coming through on that. That's fantastic.
You gotta
I would love to skip out for the
Thank you for
rest of the-
watching.